Did you hear the footsteps? Oh. There's a car there. There it is.
In the silence of the unknown, you're never truly alone. From equipment reacting to invisible spirits to figures appearing only on camera, the evidence is chilling. If you felt a presence in the dark, would you keep filming or leave immediately? Meet Bear, a father of 2 boys and a seasoned adventurer. He films his spine-chilling journeys and shares them on YouTube through the channel Exploring with Bear. While many of his trips take him deep into the unknown, he is usually joined by close friends. But tonight he heads out alone into the heart of a haunted forest, a place very few people are willing to enter. The video was uploaded on September 10th, 2024. As night settles in, Bear drives deeper into the forest, his van the only light cutting through the thickening darkness. He steps out and builds a campfire, its flames flickering against the spreading shadows. The forest is silent. It seems like it might be a peaceful night. Little does he realize it will be anything but that. Bear, always eager for adventure, begins his night of exploring.
I really don't want to do this. I'm hearing noises all around me already. Is that whistling? This is insane.
You can see it in his eyes, an uneasy feeling that he isn't alone. He brushes the thought aside, blaming it on his imagination, but his instincts are sharper than he realizes.
Oh my goodness, I thought somebody was standing right beside me. Man, I haven't even started the walk yet. This sounded like somebody back there in the woods. Okay, I want to try to walk a little fast to get us to the barn, because it's a long walk.
Bear speaks quietly to himself, trying to push away the growing sense of fear. But the forest has a way of affecting the mind, and tonight it is only beginning. Bear moves deeper his steps, uncertain as he approaches an old barn hidden deep within the woods. The barn, covered in graffiti, abandoned and decaying, stands like a relic left behind by time. But something about it feels wrong.
My heart is freaking racing.
With each step, the atmosphere grows heavier, pressing down around him. He struggles to keep his nerves steady, but he continues, determined to uncover the secrets of this forgotten place. And then it happens.
Oh! Did you hear the footsteps? Footsteps just came from up there. Oh, that's so loud. Shh, shh. There it is again. Oh my goodness. There was nobody here. There was nobody here. I feel like I'm gonna puke. No freaking way. No freaking way. Hello? I got my thing in my hand, guys. I'm ready. Right now, if I have to be. Hello? I heard you walking up here. What? Oh my goodness, my heart's going so freaking fast.
Bear stops his breath, catching in his throat. If you replay the footage and listen carefully, you can hear it as well. Footsteps clear and distinct coming from the loft above. But when Bear checks, nothing. No one. Only the echo of his own heartbeat pounding in his ears.
Oh my goodness, freaking footsteps. There was nobody there. I know you guys had to hear that. I just want to be back in the truck. I just want to be back in the truck.
Frightened but trying to remain calm, Bear hurries back to the van, choosing what he hopes will be safety. But safety, it seems, is far from certain.
Oh. No way. Man, I am hearing crap all around me. That was like a hiss. I don't know if you guys heard it. That might have been something more spiritual. I don't know what would have hissed like that. I can't even tell you how I'm feeling right now. And I don't know why I keep feeling like there's something right behind me. And I seen like a figure. I really thought there was a person.
Every instinct tells him someone or something is behind him. He quickens his pace. Little does Bear know his instincts are correct.
I'm seriously thinking about putting the camera down and running back to the truck. Sorry guys if the camera's crazy because I've really been not paying attention to it. Sorry.
He finally reaches his van, but the forest still isn't finished with him.
Man, I hope you guys heard that. I don't know. A little while now. Thinking about that. That was legit somebody walking. Clear as day. Twice. Man, I feel tired. But at the same time, my insides are still like, I still feel stirred. I feel restlessness like up in here.
He believes the worst is over, but exhaustion takes control, and he falls asleep at least for a short time.
There's something outside. I did fall asleep, but it sounded like something hit my truck. What is it? Oh, somebody's there. Somebody's there. So where's my frickin' light? Where's the frickin'... Hey! There's a car there. Where's my keys? Where's the keys? Somebody was trying to get in the truck. Where's my thing? Where's my thing at? Where's my gun? There it is. Okay, hold on. Somebody's just trying to get in the truck. Oh. Hello? Who did that?
But then something tests the door handles. Who would move through the forest in the middle of the night trying to get inside? Bear steps out, checks the area, but finds nothing. The fear is real.
I'm gonna head home. Where's my keys? Okay. I'm about to head home. Somebody's just trying to get in the truck. Imagine if the doors wouldn't have been locked. I might have still been sleeping. I don't know. I know I'm leaving now.
Though shaken and uneasy, Bear decides to leave the forest. He packs up quickly and drives away. As the van disappears into the night, one question remains. Who or what was out there that night? And why were they trying to get into his van? Sometimes strange sounds in the woods can have simple explanations, but moments like this leave people wondering what really moved out there in the darkness. If you had been alone in that forest and heard someone trying your door in the middle of the night, would you stay and investigate or leave immediately without looking back? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. Mackie and Amanda operate the self-titled Paranormal Investigation YouTube channel, where they document overnight explorations inside locations believed to be haunted across the United States. Their content focuses on extended nighttime investigations inside historically significant buildings to determine whether unexplained activity can be captured under controlled conditions. On March 9, 2026, the pair visited the historic Breakers Hotel in Long Beach, a building with more than a century of layered history. What began as a structured investigation slowly turned into a tense camping encounter inside the hotel.
You showed up, and then I showed up. They're probably like, oh my god, bunch of ragamuffins. Yes. I say we get started. Let's do it. Okay.
We invited everything from the 11th floor and the lobby, sunroom. We're gonna have any luck talking to anyone, I think it'll be here.
I think so too.
I feel someone here with us for sure.
Really?
It's really hard for me to tell if they're a man or a woman. It makes me lean towards woman. Like the way that they're more shy, you know?
Yes. How's that?
One on the bed. I heard a step behind you.
Really?
Huh?
The bell, which I feel like is fitting for a hotel. Should we put it over here?
Oh, heck.
It's on.
I think that's good. Why don't we start with that and see if... I just feel like someone's behind me.
Really?
That's how I feel. But there's no room for anything to stand behind me. My curtain.
The breakers, over the past 100 years, we want to talk to you. Whichever spirits are here.
We want to introduce ourselves.
We've set up some devices here that will just help us communicate with you. This bell, you can come put energy into it and touch it, just like a normal bell. Did you hear the knock again?
I did.
Did you whisper?
I did. I said I heard it again.
Maybe we should put this over there then.
Let's do it.
Bedside service.
Bedside service.
And then we have a REM pod right here, and we'll also light up and beep. I'll show you.
Inside one of the hotel rooms, Mackie and Amanda began setting up several investigative devices, including a motion-sensitive REM pod, an EMF reactive light ball, a flashlight configured for spirit communication, and a small service bell placed nearby. These tools are commonly used during paranormal investigations to detect environmental disturbances that might indicate unseen movement or electromagnetic interference.
Alright, she's ready.
Me?
No, she's a very organized thinker. Like, more organized than I am. I felt like being able to
flashlight.
tap into someone the way that I am right now with her.
Uh-huh. Oh, knock behind me.
Like, she's more organized than I am. Flashlight. She was a guest of the hotel. Would you be able to change that flashlight for confirmation?
It's off. It's back on.
Could you
It's
turn it
off.
all the way off? Could you turn it back on, please? Thank you. I'm gonna ask your name. Are you able to turn it on when I get to your name? Turn it off, please. And I'll start asking.
Not long after the questions began, the flashlight unexpectedly switched off on its own. When asked to turn back on again, the light responded almost immediately, as though something unseen in the room was attempting to communicate.
I'm guessing that's sarcasm. It's on blue. It's on blue. That's great. Can you make it turn blue again?
Yes.
Hold, get closer to the antenna. Hold it. Just get it up to blue how you had it first.
Can you step away from it? Make it stop. Let it reset for a second. Please. Give you 5 seconds to make it stop, or I'm going to have to reset it.
Broken?
It's not broken. I'll reset it. That was really good. Was that you, Bill? Or William?
The equipment that had been quiet only moments earlier suddenly began reacting again, drawing attention back toward the center of the room. For a moment, they stood in silence, watching carefully and waiting to see if the activity would repeat. But it wasn't long before something even more unsettling began to unfold.
Give 1 minute.
Okay. None of the colors are lighting up. What? I've never seen that before. Can you... Whoa. Something just tugged the back of my jacket. How is it doing that? Did you just touch my jacket?
Not me.
Then who was it? I keep seeing a flash out of the corner of my eye. Wait.
Red.
Just as the room settled into silence again, Amanda felt a physical tug at the back of her jacket while standing beside the equipment table. At nearly the same moment, the REM pod began flashing in irregular patterns, something the investigators had never seen before. Later in the investigation, they attempted the SS method, where one investigator listens to a sweeping spirit box through noise, canceling headphones while relaying any words they hear.
Was there anything you want to tell us before we leave you?
My home?
Do you stay here?
Yes.
Is it because this is a happy time for you in your life?
Go Rams, maybe?
Do you stay here because you died tragically and suddenly?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What's your name before we go?
Well, hello.
Hello. Can you tell us your name before we go?
I'm thankful. Hi.
I'm thankful that we were able to talk tonight.
During this session, several unsettling phrases emerged through the responses, including references to the room and the building itself. The pattern of responses left the investigators with the uneasy sense that something in the room might have been listening. By the time the investigation came to a close, Mackie and Amanda had witnessed a series of unnerving events that seemed to follow an almost deliberate rhythm. Every response felt calculated, yet no physical source could be identified, and the hotel's empty corridors revealed nothing to explain what had happened. If you experience something like this, would you stay and keep investigating or leave before it follows you further? This part of the night comes from Paranormal Investigations, a UK-based solo exploration channel focused on quiet atmospheric visits to remote and forgotten locations. It is November 28, 2025 at Delville Mausoleum near Delville Hall, where a routine visit slowly turns into an eerie camping encounter, shaped by isolation and silence.
So I've arrived at the mausoleum. Might just be able to make out the silhouette of it behind me, but I don't think I've got any chance of getting up. There might be a way in around the front, and it's a weird place here. It's the wind, I think, and the moon shining through the branches, but I'm intrigued to get in just to check the place out. So I'm gonna have a scout around the perimeter, see what I can find. Feels pretty remote here, strange, odd place for sure. Okay, I found what I'm looking for. I don't know if I can get in. It looks like there's a wall. There it is. So I've come to the back of the mausoleum to be able to make out the silhouette of it at all, but the wind is non-existent here.
He reflects on the mausoleum's failed purpose, originally built to hold members of the Delville family, yet mostly unused. Despite its proximity to nearby towns, the area feels isolated and unnaturally still.
I said on the night vision video, I could have swore I heard voices here.
Standing near the rear of the mausoleum, the explorer believes he hears voices nearby. No one is visible, and the grounds appear empty, making the sounds immediately unsettling against the silence. A path through the perimeter is found, and the explorer steps onto the grounds of the mausoleum itself. Thick overgrowth surrounds the structure, increasing the sense of enclosure and separation from the outside world.
The trees, it has a really... And that's probably what I heard before, voices carrying from way off in the distance, just being carried in.
The wind suddenly moves through the trees around the mausoleum. Later, the explorer suggests the earlier voices may have been distant sounds carried through the air, yet the atmosphere remains heavy and uneasy, reinforcing the tension of this quiet camping encounter. While leaving the site in darkness, the explorer nearly slips on uneven ground. As the exploration ends, no clear paranormal activity is confirmed. Heavy graffiti vandalism and decay dominate the mausoleum, standing in sharp contrast to its original purpose. Despite its closeness to civilization, Delville Mausoleum feels remote and weighed down with quiet sadness, lingering as a forgotten structure built for a purpose that never endured. Sometimes a camping encounter is not about what you see, but what you feel in the silence. When a place feels empty, but something seems present, would you stay and keep exploring or leave before the unknown gets closer? In November 2025, Sakin from uncharted Alberta ventured out alone to investigate an abandoned hospital. The structure had been left to rot for years, with shadowed hallways and empty rooms, the kind of setting often associated with paranormal stories and unexplained events. During his solo exploration, his camera seemed to record something his own eyes never noticed. Even with a growing sense of discomfort,
it is so quiet. Like, what the hell? I have never felt this level of quiet before. That's so creepy. I feel like I definitely shouldn't be here by myself. It's like a church. It feels like a church. Anyway, I don't know. I guess churches were in hospitals sometimes. Maybe the older ones. Oh man. This is creepy. This is like a confession. No way. No fucking way. This is literally a fucking confession. What is that? What was that? I didn't see that in person. There was like an orb. I didn't see that in real life. I just saw that on my camera. Nope, I'm out of here. Nope. I did not see that in person. I saw that on the camera though.
Sakin kept filming the location. He projected his voice into the vacant corridor, seeking some indication that he was not by himself. Soon after, unusual noises carried through the hospital, faint at first, and then too clear to dismiss. The atmosphere tightened quickly, pushing him to question whether he should remain any longer. While going back over the footage, Sakin reached an unsettling conclusion.
Oh, hell no. I fucking just heard something. Hello? Yeah, no, I'm fucking out of here. Nope. That is definitely the creepiest fucking room in this whole fucking house. In this whole hospital. That is 110% the fucking scariest room. There's something in there. There's something going on in there. Oh man. I feel like I'm being followed. I feel like I'm being followed right now. I totally do. Like that energy from the pink room started following me. I'm out of here, guys. Creep the hell out. Yep, I just heard something. Yep, I'm out of here. I'm fucking out of here. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. Okay, before we go up there, I want to go into the courtyard because there's a window. I'm not afraid. Oh shit! I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Oh no. I'm not afraid. Hello? Hello? I could hear you. Give me a sign that you're here and I'll leave. Holy fuck. Yeah, no, I'm fucking out of here, man. No, I'm fucking out of here. Okay, fine. I'll leave you alone. I'm not ready either. There's like a crawl space here too.
Ooh!
Did you hear that?
Yes.
There's like a crawl space here too.
Ooh!
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Shh. That's what the sound was. Come on, let's go.
I don't want to go up there.
He's scared.
That's actually really bad, creepy vibes.
You heard that though, right? 100%. I heard that.
My hairs went up.
Then I'm imagining it.
You're not.
But I'm telling you right now, though. You want to make a sound for us? Let us know that you're here.
Whatever might have been inside that deserted hospital appeared to react only when he was entirely alone. When you record inside an empty building and shapes show up on camera but not in front of you, it no longer feels like simple exploration. It begins to feel like something is aware of you. Maybe there is a simple reason hidden in the dark, or maybe there isn't. If you were standing there by yourself, would you stay and keep filming, or would you walk away? The unsettling footage comes from Paranormal Investigations, a UK-based solo paranormal exploration channel that focuses on abandoned and historic sites. It is January 13th, 2026, on the grounds of Stanley Hall, Delville Hall, a rural estate in the United Kingdom.
Which has some good reviews, just so I've got a couple more of those, another one of those. Like I say, another one down here just at the entrance. And again, EMF, which never goes off. Even if I hold my GoPro next to it, it never seems to go off. And if I hold my mobile next to it, it never seems to go off. Which kind of, oh, it's going off when I hold it next to the GoPro. That's pretty good. But it doesn't go off when I hold it next to my phone. So yeah, that's the setup. I might get the REM pod out. Sorry, the spirit box. I'm not anticipating a great deal of activity, paranormal activity here. It's just really nice to be out among all this snow, a little bit of woodland, crisp night, very cold, and yeah, very nice to be out. It's getting nice and dark, and I'll give another update shortly.
The investigator arrives at the snow-covered property. As darkness settles in, he sets up basic equipment including a REM pod, an EMF meter, and catballs around the rear of the hall and near the entrance. Without warning, the REM pod emits a single beep. There is no visible movement or environmental cause. The investigator calmly asks if anyone is present, directing the question toward any former residents of the hall, but the equipment remains silent after that first activation.
The police, they must have saw me here because there's a police helicopter overhead and they're out doing something. Helicopter flew overhead, bear in mind I'm in the middle of nowhere here. But it stopped overhead for a moment.
The silence is suddenly interrupted by the sound of a police helicopter hovering above while patrol cars move nearby. The investigator notes how unusual the disturbance feels in such a remote location and continues now more cautious as the atmosphere around him seems to shift.
Is anyone with me tonight at the hall who would like to make contact? Is anyone here lived here in the past? Anyone from the Delville family? Is anyone that lived in this area here that would like to say something or make a sign, show that you were here? If anyone from the Delville family or any of the people that lived here would like to tell me your name, would you like to say hello? Is that a no or a yes? So nobody is here from the Delville family or anybody else that would like to say hello?
As the investigation comes to an end, no clear paranormal evidence is captured. Reflecting on the night, the investigator explains that despite the brief REM pod activation, the police interruption, and the faint spirit box audio, the experience still felt worthwhile. Being alone on the frozen, snow-covered grounds of Delville Hall offered a rare sense of solitude and reflection. He concludes the session and leaves the location, appreciating the quiet isolation of the winter night, even without definite results. In a place this quiet, it becomes hard to tell whether it was only coincidence or something else briefly passing through. If you were standing there alone in the dark, would you stay and keep watching or decide it was time to leave? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.